Hi, my name is Sylvia Jambi. I'm the Training and Development Manager here at Corporate Staffing Services, and I'm excited to have a very special guest today. Paminas, karibu sana.
Thank you, Sylvia, for having me.
Yes.
Yes, and how is your day so far?
Good. Everything is fine.
Okay.
I'm happy to have you.
Good.
Yes. Tell us about yourself and a little bit about your background.
I've been a management consultant for the last 12 years and mainly focusing on training and HR consultancy assignments. So I'm very excited about training because I see the difference it makes in individuals' lives and individual careers. So that's why I'm excited to be with you today discussing about public speaking.
Good. Let's talk public speaking now that you mentioned about that particular course. What is this course about?
This is a course that we've run for the last 5 years. And I would say we've trained over 1,000 managers and business owners.
Wow.
And it's a course that has a lot of impact in the individual's lives. Because when you think about public speaking, and here at Corporate Staffing, we call it Speak with Confidence. You know, having the confidence and the ability to engage with others can really make a great difference in someone's life and career. Because think about it, I was sharing with you, think about the people who they sit at the back of the room or during meetings, they can't participate. Or when it comes to interviews, they go for interviews. But for one reason or another, they don't get called, they don't get the job offer. So that's why we thought about the course, because I could meet many professionals who are qualified, but for one reason or another, they were not getting to that next level. And it was all about confidence. So I don't like calling it really public speaking. I know that is what people know, but I like calling it speaking with confidence, so that whether it's meeting, whether you're defending your thesis for an MBA, whether you've been called, that family gathering, and you've been called to pray for food and that impromptu speech, and you can't,
can't
be able to deliver. So that's the ability to speak with confidence is really key. And like I've told you, whenever we do this training, 2-3 months later, I get this text or call, someone telling me they've been promoted, or now they are doing, great things because they're able to address an audience.
It's interesting that you bring that out, because it's true. There are so many professionals out there who they have the skills, they have it in them, but even the articulation, even during interviews, then becomes very difficult. So I think that's interesting. Great. So who is this course designed for? Is there a particular market? Is there a particular age? Is there a particular industry where these professionals are coming from? Who's the course ideally for?
So we do target senior professionals, managers, and business owners. If you look at the over 1,000 students who've attended this course, I would say 80% fit that criteria. So you find these are people, either they are looking for a leadership position or they're already in a leadership position, and they want really to maximize on their potential. Because the reality is, even if you have an MBA or a master's degree and you can't speak, you can't address an audience, you're not going to go far. If you come here and you find me wearing a different hat, I'm a recruiter, and you also cannot be able to sell yourself, how far can you be able to go? So these are professionals, I would say, from the age of 28 years and above, who've realized that for me to get to that next level, it's important for me to be able to have these important skill sets. And that is where public speaking and the ability to speak with confidence comes in.
Okay, great. Now, there's someone sitting out there and they are looking at it. Yes, they would want to take up the public speaking course, but what are the expectations? What should they expect? Perhaps you can run me through some of the areas that they should expect from the course.
That's a very interesting question. So the way we structured the class is it's a 7 to 8 weeks class. So we meet once a week. And so that you come, you learn, and then you have the rest of the days to practice. So what should they expect? So the first 2 classes are theory, and then the rest of the class, 5 to 6 classes, is practicals, where you get to have an opportunity to stand in front of people and you're given feedback. Now, the first 2 classes, what do we cover? Number 1 is to get to understand, why do we fear? This fear of public speaking, where does it come from? Then we take you through the structure. How do you structure your presentation? Where do you start and where do you end? Because a lot of people, it's not so much that they don't have the content, but given a chance, they wonder, what do I say? And that's the time they start stammering, they lack words, the
Right.
mouth goes dry, and such kind of things.
Mm.
So the first and the second class is to take you through that, so that you know now when you're standing in front of people, this is what you do. We also, beyond the structure now, in terms of how you do the introduction, the body, the conclusion, what you say, we also take you through the body language. Because, body language is really important. I don't have to be an expert in public speaking or communication to know that someone is not prepared, to know that someone is shy, to know that someone doesn't know the content.
True.
So also we take you through the body language, gestures, facial expressions, even the standing, the posture, the movement. All these are key when it comes to public speaking. Then we also take you through your favorite, how to handle the unexpected.
Absolutely.
Yes, because no matter how much you are trained, there are situations where, things crop up.
Yes.
The PowerPoint is not working.
Yeah.
People are talking in front, and you're here busy presenting. So how do you handle the unexpected? There's also the impromptu. Every time now and then you'll be called upon, especially if you're in a position of leadership. People will call you and tell you, Pamina, say something, or Sylvia, come and say hi to these people. So how do you behave? How do you give a speech in a moment's notice? That's what we call impromptu. Yeah, and then we do have a graduation where we celebrate. Yeah, so it's 7 weeks course, packed, a lot of content. There's a lot of excitement. We make sure that the class is small, between 12 to 18 people, so that people can also interact, engage with each other. And the interesting thing is you are learning with friends. You are learning with people who also are looking to acquire that skill.
Yeah.
And I think that's very comforting, because you don't want to go somewhere and you find people have known each other for years.
Right.
Or you find that you are a beginner and someone has done this for the last 10 years. No. So the 12 or 15 or 18 of you, you'll find you're all starting at the same point. And that's really makes it very interesting. And so when you're giving each other feedback, it's from a position of we are all here to learn and to improve.
Yeah. Two things I think that I pick from that. The fact that it is a journey, that you're working with people who are in a similar position. You come at the same level, then you make these milestones where you get to encourage each other along the way.
Precisely.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of opportunity to network. People at the beginning, they are strangers with each other, but within 7 or 8 weeks, because 2 months, you get to know each other. Where do they work? And you even share opportunities. And so that's also the other thing I've picked about the class. So people are able to network. These are senior professionals. So people working for government, the others working for the UN, banking sector.
Right.
So we have diverse professionals. So also that enriches the class, because if you have an engineer, they can give their take. You have a banker. You have, we've also had politicians in this class, as you know. So it makes it quite interesting.
Yeah. And definitely the practicability that comes with the course, because from just listening to what you're saying, being able to stand in front of people. If 2 classes is theory, it means every week then you're getting this opportunity to speak.
Precisely, yes.
And that is what people lack out there.
And that's what makes a whole great of a difference. Because the reality is, you can go, in fact, some of the students who attend, they tell us that, I was trying to teach myself through YouTube or some online class. But that can't replace a situation where you are presenting to a live audience who give you feedback.
Right.
If you are stammering, they'll tell you, Sylvia. If you don't maintain eye contact, they also tell you.
They'll tell you.
So that's what makes really the class very powerful.
Yeah. Great. There is someone out there, Paminas, who wants to join this course. One of the things that happens when you're trying to do self-improvement on yourself is there is the bit where you're second-guessing. Do I really need this? Do I want to invest in this? What would you say to them? Because I have seen people take such a long time before actually committing to say, I need this class. Years, sometimes, even in your career. You think about it, you are playing and toying with the idea, but you don't eventually just, go ahead and take up the course. What would you tell such a person?
That's a great question, Sylvia. What I would say is the time is now. Reason being, there's a reason that you went online and you Googled public speaking. Whether you Googled public speaking or public speaking class, there's a reason why.
True.
Could be you're looking to be able to know how to calm your nerves, how to handle impromptu. And because you've had those situations before and you feel that you didn't do a good job, and now you're looking for a solution, this is the time to go for it. Like I said, a lot of the students who we train, after 3, 4, 5 months, there's a lot of feedback. Either some have been promoted, some are even feeling more confident, some have been able to take up new opportunities. And there's a whole lot of a difference in the individual's lives. So I would say don't take more time. We do have a team that will engage you, be able to answer as many questions as you have. But the important thing is, this is the time.
Great.
Yeah. Go for it.
Yeah.
And a lot of times it's because of the fear of the unknown.
Yeah.
Come, see how the class is. Ask us questions. Yeah. And don't let fear hold you back.
Right.
Yeah. This is the time to go for it.
Great. You've covered most of the areas that I was hoping that you would tackle or cover. And you've also mentioned that the course is a 7 to 8 week program, which includes a graduation, a celebration of the journey that people have taken. Of course, is there any certification for this?
Oh, yes, there's a certification. Again, that's a very good question. So this course, we are a NITA certified trainer. So what happens is when you come up with a course outline, you share it with the government body, that's NITA. So they look at the content, and if the content is okay, they give it a thumbs up. So we do have a certificate courtesy of the National Training Authority. Yeah. So you get a certificate at the end of the training.
Great. Yeah. Thank you so much for making time.
Great. Thank you, Sylvia, for having me to discuss this very important course. And I know you went through the course, and did it make a difference in your life?
Absolutely. Okay. Yes. How I view public speaking, it's a transferable skill. It's not like one of those, it could be, people join technical skills and they take up technical courses now and then. But public speaking is one of those things that it's something that you give to yourself. It's like a gift. Precisely. It's the one thing that you can give to yourself that no one will ever take away from you. If you go to social gatherings, if you're asked to speak in meetings, then you can use it. So for me, being a transferable skill, then I think I give it a thumbs up as well. Yeah.
And just to add on, I know you want to close, but just to add on, it also helps you create a very strong personal brand. Because if you're able to talk in meetings, you're able to do very well in interviews, you're able to make contribution, you're able to address people during the office party or during any form of gathering. I mean, people start to look at you differently.
Right.
And you do gain a lot of confidence and you start going places.
Yeah. That is true. It's a gap, I believe, for many people. And once that gap is sealed, then I think you fly.
Exactly.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time too.
All right. Great. I think we have had it from Paminas. I like that he has tackled most of the areas, and now we know more about the public speaking course. And as he says, go for it. The time is now. So don't second guess yourself. Go ahead and just make that investment. And we look forward to you joining the course. Thank you.